go bonkers, fuck that. Go
Really excited. This is something you absolutely gonna really want, right? Whether it's this platform or next generation platform. You know, once again, hit me up. Let me know. PCDIY@asus.com. And well, you know, we'll keep going back to the
talent.
All right. Here's a question from.
Yeah,
well, I can't answer questions from here because I moved to that. I try to answer questions like, oh, it's gone.
Maybe you can help on that. You know, maybe keep some track of some of those questions, and you know, Word doc them or something like that.
When is the 100?
Yeah.
20 hertz, 40
Yeah, the RG Swift. So, you know, right now, it's still pretty much in last stages of design and development. I've been actually keeping an up-to-date FAQ page.
An enemy has been slain.
DIY website. So, you know, we're still looking at a target time frame, mid Q2 to late Q2 time frame. Don't give you more specific time frame than that or any else information, but the moment that we're ready to give specifics in terms of, you know, all the final specifications and exact timeline availability and everything like that, trust me, I will be putting that information out there.
Confirm G-Sync support?
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's one of the launch features for sure. 100% is going to port to a G-Sync based launch. Everything that we announced at CES or that we've put out there on the PCDIY website as announced current information for the model.
Wendell, are you Tim from Home Improvement?
No, have you got
An
the wrong
enemy has
character.
been slain.
Although it is kind of an homage, so
An enemy has
that's
been
kind
slain.
of right, but also terribly, terribly wrong.
What mat is this? This is
Go to Ace Hardware and ask for floor mat.
Yeah, I was going to say, it almost looks like the type of matting you put in the back of a truck.
yeah, and you just like you have them cut you a piece, and they cut it very unevenly.
Choose
so
a
I guess they're
talent.
having drinking.
Well, it's really, the texture is really good because it's rubber, but the ribs are sort of thick, and so when you throw down a heavy thing or whatever, it doesn't crack and destroy. It looks nice.
Rib for your heavy thing.
Oh dear.
I saw a good question there from Taco Man. I think Taco Man like 123 or something like that. He's asking about a 4K monitor, an expensive one. So
An enemy has been
beginning of
slain.
next month, we're going to be
An enemy
launching
has
finally
been
our
slain.
PD monitor. So that's going to be $650 price point, 4K monitor. So it's a very impressive monitor. I had the chance to have some hands-on time with it. Pretty awesome. So definitely
An ally
check that
has
out
been
when it
slain.
comes out. So yes, we're coming out with a considerably less expensive monitor compared to the
Let's get back over to the website. They all ask me what beer I'm drinking. The Kremlin Crude. It's an Imperial Russian stout from Belgium. When I think Russian, I think Belgium. All right, before we go on, let's look at that glorious hair. Giga Buster is one of our mods there.
It's flowing.
An ally has been
Those, you know
slain.
what? Those are kind of the locks of power.
Lots of power.
Lots of power.
Oh, I turned it into. There we go. Giga Buster.
Dude, Giga Buster's rocking it, man. That, yeah, Lord, those are locks of power. You know, those are the locks of overclock. You know, especially allows you to have that.
Overclock locks.
Yeah,
You have been slain.
overclock locks. For sure.
All right, you got any more questions here you want to answer?
Yeah, we got what? DDX10,
Enemy slain.
Z98, Should I show him? Should I show him? He's asking about Z97 ITX
something you
boards.
could show, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Let's throw it out of the box.
Oh, JJ's gonna go get something that's secret that's gonna be unveiled for the first time ever since the other time that it was unveiled on Elric's show, wasn't it? Did you guys show this on Elric's show?
I don't think we showed this one, no.
You better not have. All right.
So yeah, DDX10 right here. Here you go.
Choose a
None of
talent.
that means you're missing it.
Here we go. This is the new Z97-I Plus. Of course, it's one of the main ITX boards. So this generation, we're actually not going to be doing the Z97 Deluxe board like we had in the previous generation, but it's still an awesome board. You still got a really high quality VRM, so no problems overclocking. I've been able to do 4.6, 4.7, 4.8 gigahertz, no problem. We improved the audio. We got the Nikon audio caps on there. We got an operational amplifier that we didn't have in the previous generation. If you take a look on the back right there, we've also got M.2 support, so you can throw on there an M.2 based SSD. So
on the back?
Yeah,
That's good.
It's on the back, so you've got that capability. You know, you got the new Fan Expert Fan 3 controls on here, so you can do the full actual DC and PWM
Enemy
fan
has
output
been
control.
slain.
It wasn't the last one, pardon me, wasn't the last one
Fan Expert 2. It's still
I'm
actually,
thinking the Z77.
yeah, it was still actually true Fan Expert 2, but here we step up to that full DC MPWM. And you even have that temperature control point where we're talking about where you can map the actual fan headers to different temperature inputs. So not just the CPU, but you can do like the motherboard or the PCH. So pretty awesome little board. Very cool.
Barnacles is here. What's up, Barnacles? And what's up, everybody else? I don't have to use everyone's name because I read his name.
Speed, man. Well, this is actually for you right there, Eddie Akib. This is actually one of the reasons why we're not doing a deluxe board. We wanted to be able to hit a much more aggressive price point, so this is going to be quite a bit more inexpensive board. But you know, me and Logan were talking a lot about this. You know, like one of the big things, you know, for us is that we don't really compromise on the features and functions of a board, and that's, you know, to a degree always going to mean that the board's going to cost you a little bit more, but you know, you get really the absolute best features and functions that you can get out of it. Let's take a look at another question.
Someone was asking what offense is on here. Maybe we should get that all. We'll still have it out.
Same thing like we answered in
Top
the...
secret,
A talent.
We're doing some interesting things for this generation, and you guys, definitely, if you guys keep it tuned, you know, I will pass Logan on we're still early on in the launch, and we'd like to keep things, you know, a little bit more.
And we'll be selling the generic knockoff very soon, right? We're going to be the OEM quality. We said he hit the first. Yes. All right. Let's see here now. You've answered a lot of the questions already on here, but you know some of them are going to be good just to share with the community. So
yeah. So what's the next one right here? I'm sorry. Where we at?
Well, that one there, ROG Swift. You just answered that one a minute ago.
For the Alliance.
Let's keep going down.
All right, moving on down here.
I can answer that one. Yep. So somebody was asking, you know, about GPU tweak. Actually, this is really cool for you guys that actually don't know, right? We have a full GPU utility, which is actually agnostic. It works with anybody's graphics card, but it is, of course, optimized for our cards with our specialized hardware designs. And he was asking some questions as far as how come the GPU tweak program can't apply an overclock at boot. It actually can, but right now it's not necessarily the most intuitive. You have to save the profile. When you save the profile to default profile 1, it will automatically do that, but it's not necessarily the most intuitive. So that, along with other functions, including the one he's asking for, which is going to be multi-monitor SLI or crossfire monitoring capability, as opposed to having to switch between one GPU and another GPU. We're going to be offering that capability, so stay tuned. You know, we'll probably send you guys an early build if you guys want to show it, maybe up on tech or something, or be able to do a little write-up or video on it. You guys will check it out. But in Q3, Q4 timeframe, we're going to have a whole new build of GPU tweak to align with some interesting GPUs that we're going to be coming out with. So
I know you can't really answer this question, but General he wants to know what feature you'd like to see on an ASUS board that is not there yet. So I know there's a lot of things that are maybe in development that you really want, or a lot of secret things that you can't divulge. But let's go silly and fantasy. Like anything in this world, can you think of anything that you could say that?
God, that's such a hard question because, you know, we've talked a lot about a lot of things that we are planning and we're working on, and those are the things actually I'm most excited about because we're actually working on them. But, you know, if I have to say...
Choose a talent.
What would it be? Modular I.O. Modular I.O. I think is a really interesting idea, and it's one that you've been playing around with, but you can imagine being able to actually take off your entire backplane I.O. and be able to selectively be able to adjust it. So if you want to have nothing but USB blocks, or if you want to have, you know, different, USB 3, you know, drop-in controller, you know, if you want to have 2 NICs and you only have 1 NIC, you know. There's some real big challenges and complexity to that, but imagine essentially maybe having a more modular I.O. system in terms of replacing it. So an example right here, right, is we got this mini ITX board. Well, what happens if you're not going to use this VGA, VGI, EP, or HDMI? Right? It's a waste of space for you, right, if you're not going to use it. So why not be able to maybe remove that and be able to put it in a different block? So some really interesting and complexity points to that, but I'd say that's one of them. And another point is he actually asked about something that is really important to me. I'm a huge Blu-ray guy, and he was actually asking about slimline optical drives, and this is actually something I have actually talked to our optical drive team about. So we're looking right now into possibly expanding our current optical drives to maybe include slimline optical solutions. So for you guys, for some of these new chassis which are only offering a slimline optical drive, you might be able to have some options for making.
someone asked how tall I am. I'm very. Is the answer? Moving right along. Oh no, I moved the page too much. Somebody asked Wendell some questions too. I want to get Wendell in here talking.
I like it.
You got any questions for Wendell? By all means.
Maybe if we have time.
It's hard to keep up with it. It's moving so fast.
It does.
I can select some questions from YouTube if you're done with questions on the website.
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
no,
lot.
okay, yeah.
We can always. We should probably take one of those.
Choose a
Take one of those
talent.
right now. One of the questions from YouTube.
Strike.
Wendell, we got a question for you.
And I'll look at the next one from the forum.
All right, perfect.
An
I've got
enemy
one
has
from
been
YouTube,
slain.
but this one I think was asked on the website as well and was answered there, which was Mars 295X2
Why
coming.
not?
Okay, so that's always a tough question. You know,
I mean, what 295X stuff do we have in the pipeline anyway?
well, I think that question was whether or not ASUS would be doing a non-reference, essentially a non-reference
Right.
design for an R295. I can tell you we're working on some really exciting stuff, but in terms of a specific R9 295-based solution, non-reference, we're not working on that.
No.
But we are definitely working on some really awesome upcoming
Enemy
PCs,
slain.
So definitely, you guys
An
are wanting
enemy
to
has
keep
been
it locked
slain.
to wherever you guys find out about that stuff, including the tech.
All right. Wendell,
By my
best Linux distro.
Oh god.
All right, favorite one for
An enemy
Webster.
has been slain.
Debbie?
But Debian's ultra conservative, but I really don't have to
Enemy slain. Double kill.
nice. I've only used it in the package manager is a little weird. It's got
The
golems
return.
Your
seems rather exceptional.
But it also has a binary package manager. Although I don't mix and match myself compiled in binary packages. But that's not good.
I think it's not even around anymore, right?
So it's like, I'll say although they've really gone off the rails the last couple of versions, and so it's like